And we're live. Okay. Yeah, I'm. Hello, all. Hello, world. This is day 110 of studying compilers every day until I land a compiler role. My voice might sound a little bit dead. I'm just very dehydrated. I promise I am. I promise I'm not diseased yet. Um, yeah. So last time, what did I do last time again? Let me check what I did last time. As a matter of fact. Um. What was I trying to do? Oh yeah, I was trying to generate more advanced tiles, and then I found out that SSA kind of makes those tiles a little bit silly to generate. So, yeah. I didn't end up generating more tiles, I guess, but yeah, it is what it is. Instead, I ended up, I think, using fees instead of moves wherever I could, just for like, I guess, uh, I guess a little bit more efficiency that I can hopefully pull out of like Regalok. Um, yeah, so I guess we can. I guess today what I want to do is I want to add like the big tile that like I actually care about, which is the LEA instruction. Um, this one is like pretty famous for just being being a very useful, I guess. Or I guess what's the term? I guess like efficient instruction to perform multiplication and addition. I should probably look at the. I should probably check the actual cost thing. But there's like a bunch of different. There's like a bunch of different, I guess, tiles that I can vomit out for LEA. Let me check the speed thing that Harold sent last time. Versatile. Yeah. Where's LEA? Okay, how do I read this actually? How do I read this? What is... Let's ask ChatGPT. How do I read this? Okay. Does that make sense? Yeah. That makes sense. Okay. Latency, throughput, micro. I see. Okay. Guess that makes sense. Yeah. So then let's compare it to like mol. Yeah. So we're already doing a lot better here. Just compared to straight imul, I think. And then add. Yeah, okay. So we very much like the LEA instruction. How do I read these or how do I read the left column? Maybe I could just, yeah, okay. Category extension base versus, let's just click everything. Well, this doesn't help me. Okay, great. Okay, well, regardless, it will be a good op to have, I guess. So let's try and do something with that. Yeah, so let's go to tree tiling. Oh man, there's so many. I guess I should probably look at the LEA instruction properly. Okay, or NT. So address and then output. base. I see. Okay, so that's what everything stands for. So. I see. Okay, so it's the parts of. I imagine it's just the parts of the addressing slush, or I guess like the addressing format. So I don't remember it off the top, or I don't remember what everything's called off the top of my head, so I'll be looking here. Base index scale displacement. So base, then we have displacement, we have index, and then scale. I see. So BISD. Okay, that makes reasonable sense to me. It seems like. So how do I read these bracket things? Oh, I see. Okay. Actually, I don't see. I don't understand this. This. Latency is different and measured from different inputs to the output. Oh, I guess that makes sense, yeah. Okay. Alright, okay. Sounds good. Instruction reads one register early and another one late. I see. Okay, cool. Yeah, I guess that makes a lot of sense. Okay, well, bottom line, this should be, regardless, this should be faster than just a multiply and add, I think. So I guess we could try to figure out what to do here. Let's go to tiles, and let's make a tile for this. Or we should probably try to make like a bunch of different types of tiles for this. I guess what can we even do here? So we have, I guess, let's just, yeah, I guess we could just throw everything in Notepad. Okay, so let's, so what does addressing look like with everything in it? Let's just scroll down to like this one. So base and index are registers, right? I hope they are. Yeah, okay. Now, we'll just, I guess we can do 1, 2, 4, and 8 here. And what are the rules for displacement again? Oh, that doesn't, okay. Okay, so I guess there aren't rules for this, which is fine. So we have base plus index times scale plus displacement. Okay. I guess we could just, or yeah, we can, I guess if we like substitute things in terms of like what we can actually do with this, I guess we could reg plus reg times 1, 2, 4, 8. Is there something that's a larger power of 2? Surely not, right? Yeah, okay. So I guess what we can match on is we could I wonder if this is faster than doing 3 additions, hypothetically. That could be interesting, huh? So I guess we could match. I guess the most obvious one is reg plus reg times 1, 2, 4, 8. That's like the most obvious case for this. I imagine we could do the same with immediate. Those seem like the 2 most useful tiles that I could get from this. I guess like reg plus reg times 1 plus immediate maybe. And I guess just the everything, yeah, huh. I struggle to see much else useful I can tile with this. I could also do some like really insane stuff as well. With like non-multiples of 2. Or I guess non-powers of 2. Wait, this gives me some bad ideas. It's like if we had like reg times 3 plus something, we could just run the LEA with 2 and then add it one more time. Or we could like be aggressive with that with like 5, 6, 7 as well. 6, 7. Yeah, I don't know. Could be interesting to think about. It's hard to really tell what would be better than just like leaving it as a multiply. Yeah, this is gonna be funny. This is gonna be really funny. Okay, let's give this a try. Oh man, I could do so many things with this. This makes me very happy. What's good, Aiden? I get to screw around with the LEA instruction instead of working on file systems lab right now. Actually, this might just be my finals / reading week pile. I just spent like 2 weeks implementing a bunch of LEA slush. Okay, so let's add another tile. Let's steal this. Should be. Let's see. We could do the basic top one here. Third task? Okay, I bet. It shouldn't be that hard. I feel like. Alright, let me actually look at the write-up real quick. Where's the link? There it is. But if it was anything like task 2, I imagine it shouldn't be hard. Oh yeah, that should be fine. That seems like just one big if tree, low-key. Yeah, honestly, like, I don't think I can, I don't think I can dump all of my time into it tonight, at least, because I have a little bit like peer review stuff to do as well for game dev, cursed game dev class, but we should be able to get really close to done, which is a good sign, I guess. And like I think it is just true that task 1 is the hardest task for that. Let's not chunk as much as I can. Okay, bet. Yeah, and like, feel free to like. Honestly, I think we do really just have. Like, I'm not really concerned about the lab anymore, given the pace of things right now. So maybe that's early. Maybe that's an early assessment of it, but. Okay, how do I wanna do this? I guess we could do... a little, but we'll see. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's very fair. So is the LEA instruction just strictly better than multiplying for operands where it makes sense? Hmm. Yeah, let's... Hmm. So we're doing IMOL. Is this the right one to look at? I think this is the right one to look at. Or wait. Oh, this is mem. Or this is m. Yeah, okay. Oh, it really sucks actually that all the tiles are connected to the store, I think. Maybe if I could like include loads in the tiles, I could do a lot more. Or in the trees rather. I don't know. I guess I could also just people that, like, it's not a big deal. So R32, R32. Yeah, this is the one we care about. I'm fairly sure. 3. Okay. So then LEA. So we'd be even just like LEA with just index and scale. R32, R32, I32. Wait, what? Oh, I see. So what's happening here? Huh? Oh, I see, I see. Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay. That could be interesting. I'll add that to the list of things I could look at. Yeah, okay. So comparing... So is just like multiplying by a power of 2 strictly worse than doing an LEA with it? Or does that even exist? That might not exist, actually. Yeah, that might not exist. No, wait, that does exist. Right? No, wait. No, I'm dumb. Okay. Yeah, because we might need a base. RX. Oh, ISD. I see, yeah. Okay, we could do 0 displace, yeah. Wait, that's crazy. Wait, this is just like... This might just strictly be better. Wow, okay. Okay, let's... I guess let's keep looking at this pile here. Yeah, I guess we could do... I guess we can, it's kind of implicit. So then we can do reg times 1, 2, 4, 8 plus 0, I guess, more explicitly. Okay, so we have just like straight multiply. We have add. Wow, wait. Wait, this is way more powerful than I remember it being for some reason. I don't know. That's so cool. What else can I do with this? I'm missing... I can copy... I guess this is like one grouping. Or wait, I can copy this, sort of. Get rid of that. You can just give it like 5, 9. We can do this. What other insane stuff can I do with this? I think that's like kind of exhaustive off the top of my head, at least. It's quite fitting that that we're missing 6, 7 here. Okay, well, I guess we can just leave that as is for now. We can do more with it later. Okay, how do we even name these tiles? We can do... Oh, fuck. Okay, how do we name these tiles? Yes, let's just start with just the full one, so base, index, scale, displacement. And this will just be like the catch-all LEA tile, I guess. And then we can, I guess, because like we need to worry about like precedence anyway. I think, or I guess like matching order, because we just matched the first tile, so we want, I guess, the more restrictive ones further forward. So this one will be further back. So I think this is a good one to start with. And then we can see how the test cases change. I'd probably need to like write tests to actually like match these, but yeah. So we have this stuff is still the same. I'll figure out what to put in here later. Yeah, okay. So let's implement this, I guess. Yeah, okay. This goes over here. Sure. This needs tile. So let's just take that. Ink in there. Let's paste. Oh wait, I'm reading the. I might actually be dumb as bricks. Whoops. Actually, no. I'm actually the goat, because it turns out that's the correct thing to put there. Let's just let's just delete word there and call that a day. Let's put that up here. Okay, so we want LEA-BISD tile. Yeah, this is a very specific case, huh? Okay, let's steal the rest of this real quick. Let's paste that. All right. Responding to group mates real quick. Okay. All right. Anyway, okay. Let's keep going here. How do we want to match this? Oh, there's so many different ways to match this actually. Ah, that's annoying. So we want the multiply first, or I guess we want the multiply furthest down. I guess there's two ways we can match this. Okay, let's open up paint.net. Okay, so I had a paint.net. Okay, let's just new. Okay, we're just gonna. Alright, let's just fix my setup real quick. Okay, this does not give me hope for my future endeavors. Why so? Okay, so we want. Oh, there's so many different combinations here we can do. So we have I, then we have 1, 2, 4, 8. This would be a times node. Yeah, let's try an asterisk. Okay, and then we can we can figure out what to do with the triple add here. I guess there's a couple ways to match this. I guess we can assume the times will always be stuck there. So you have plus. So we have an immediate here. We have a reg here, which is a plus with reg and reg. And then either of these could be the times here. So that's two combinations we want to check. Then the other, actually, I guess we could check time. Let's just stick the times here. All right, let me draw this correctly. So we can swap these two. We can swap these two. It would be smart for me to do a canonicalization pass to make this easier, but this kind of blows up a little bit, I guess. Okay, so we can do that, and then there's the other tiling. There's a plus with a reg and a reg. Then one of those is I guess we could even like forward propagate immediates somehow. I think that's probably easier to, or that'll probably be easier with like people optimization, I think. So I'm not gonna worry about that for now. So anyway, so this is one register. We want to add immediate here and register, which has the star. Is this same? No. Ah, this is really annoying actually. So there's like, what? So there's 12 different combinations of these, right? Because then the other cases, I guess let me just draw this. Actually, just more simply. We have this group, we have this group, we have this group. So there's 6 combinations of those. And then, oh, there are more than 12. So then this, we can swap these. So that's times 2, and then we can swap these. So it's like times, right? Can we swap? No, that's not distinct. Yeah, so that's 12 different trees this tile can cover. That does not make me happy. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So how do I even begin to do this? What do I do? So I guess what we want to save is just, because the order can cause a mess here. I guess what we want to save is just like base index, scale, and displacement. So we want register node star base, and then index, and we want immediate node. This feels really dumb to save immediate node, I guess, but this is probably fine. Okay, so I guess we can just do that. Okay, this might have been the worst possible tile to start with, now that I think about it. Okay. So the start should look like binary op. The binary op tile at least. So we can steal that. Ah, no, we need to save the destination as well. Okay. So we want dist equals, or tile dist, yeah. Okay. So this makes sense. We want to get source. Or, wait, what? Okay. So this is... Okay. Tile dist source. You can just do that, or you can just do that, I think. So we can do that. Okay. Oh, and then there's two orders though. Oh. There's two orders for the multiply that we can have. So that means there are, if we go back here, this has two orderings. I don't know. There's gonna be a way I can clean this up at least. Okay. This is gonna be a really slow match, honestly. I don't like how this is looking. What's wrong here? Dist source. Tile up. Get up. Is not an middle. MIR at binary op add, and we can return false. Arrow. Okay. So this should be an add regardless. I guess we could set like temporary variables somewhere, because we have like 3 different units that we're looking for. We're looking for like, I guess the base, the displacement, and then like the scaled index section. So we could like pool has base false as index, or has scale index false, and then has displacement false. We can start with that, I guess. Yeah, I think this is fair. Postgres, Mongo, Kafka, Kubernetes, and then Prometheus. That would be crazy. That would be funny for the meme, but I also just genuinely don't know. I don't know what else I could really do with, or like, I don't really know what to do with that at least. Or I can't think of a good way to integrate those that would make it worth doing at least. Okay. So we want, oh, this is so confusing. Okay. So we want to, so I guess we should try to match left, or I guess like, what do we call this? Try and match short left side. And then we can try and match short right side. Okay. So maybe I should make a helper somewhere here. Well, how do I even do this? Okay. I guess we'll just do this by hand and we'll try to abstract it later. Okay, so we want auto left is, alright, so like, we can dynamic cast the immediate first. So this is tile up. Get left. You can get that. Oh, whoops. There we go. Let's, yeah, let's start with that. Yeah. Let's just get all of these for now, and then we can figure out what to do with them. Okay, so then... Okay. So I guess what we can immediately do is... If they're both immediates, then we auto-fail it, I guess. Yeah, let's just do it like this. Both that and right. Immediate, then false. Okay. So then... left, so otherwise if left immediate, then you can do that stuff there. Otherwise gonna check right immediate. Otherwise, then we know one of the children of one of the two registers should be an immediate. Ah, this is so confusing. Okay. Actually, left, reg. We can just do two ifs here. And then else, I think. Actually, left immediate. We can static cast the register ones at least. So if they're both immediates, we should fail. And then if the left is immediate, then right reg equals static cast to register node star. We take that. Bruh. Okay. Okay. So we can start with that at least. At least that's how we can start looking at this. Yeah, okay. So we can also... We can set... has... displacement equals true. Because I forgot to account for the forgot to account for the case where neither is an immediate. This else block is not gonna be fun. We might have to super nest here, I fear. This is not enjoyable. Okay. So we can get the right register. I guess we should set displacement real quick. So this should be left immediate. And then oh lord. Okay. We can start with this. And we need to do this shenanigans again. So we've casted to register. Oh no. This is gonna get very messy. Right source, this takes right reg, get source. I could also just call these left and right, to be honest. Yeah, that also shrinks things down a little. The other thing we could do here is we could store a bin op tile inside of this or something insane like that. I don't want to do tile merging, that seems annoying. Okay, let's just rename these to left and right. And then we can just shadow them inside of here. So we can do that. Then here we need to I guess look for reg and multiply group. I guess, yeah, I'll just this does not bring me joy. I don't know what I'm doing here. So these are both registers, so I guess we could look for the multiply group in one of them, and then we should check the we should make a helper that's like is multiply group, I guess. This could even just like be up here. Or I guess you could just we'll try match scale index, a scaled index, or scale index, scaled. I don't know. It's scaled. Let's give it register node star reg, I guess. I don't know. Or node. I think that will make this a little bit less awful. Okay. And then I guess I don't think I need these like these flags at the top, to be honest. The more I look at this. Right? Yeah, I guess I don't need that, huh? Or, I don't know. I guess I'll keep it. I imagine it might come in handy for, like, the else case. We'll see what to do with that when we get there. Hey Janine, how's it going? Hopefully you're doing alright. I am struggling through code logic because I don't really know what I'm doing here. I guess alternatively I could like just try match on each of these, I think. So I could do like all 3 try matches on this. I could do all, or let's use purple. I could do all 3 try matches on this node, or whatever's there, on whatever's here, and then whatever's here. And then, wait, no. Then I need to check if it's register node, I guess. Okay. I guess we could try that we could try this for now. Watching lectures, ooh. What joy. Okay, we're gonna, so we got register, it has a source, and then we need to do this thing at the top here again. That's good, Ari. Okay, so this should be, oh no, this is right up. Or, let's rename this here. And then this should be right source. I want to get right source. Yeah, okay. So we can dynamic-cast that. If this is not an add, then we can, yeah, we can return false. How much progress do you make? In what specifically? There's a lot of stuff here, and I'm not really sure since what point you're looking, or what point you're referencing, or if you're like talking in general. First version? This is the first version, I guess. Or wait. Okay, I'm just gonna answer all possible combinations of that question. I guess so far, so I'm making a compiler from C to x86-64. Right now, I've gotten it down to an optimizer language, and I'm starting the process for generating assembly right now. I also have a couple of optimizations written, and yeah, this has been across, I think, a little bit under half a year now. I think like 5 months if I had to guess. Okay, so you want to match right, op, get left, or get left, get. Keep going. Yep, that is the plan. How'd you write the optimizations code? All of that lives in the middle on here. I have my own pass manager pretty much. Yeah, it's kind of like LLVMs if it were like not engineered to fit a lot of people's needs. Yeah, so I have like this pass abstraction. I have like a list of passes that gets run. There are like analyses that provide information for other transforms to use. So I have something that I guess takes stack variables and turns them into, I guess, real variables, sort of. It's complicated. I have something that simplifies the control flow graph, and then I have something that, I guess, combines instructions, or combines, it does constant folding currently, I guess. Okay, let's yank in here. We want to match the right side instead of the left side this time. Else we want to just, this looks really awful. Otherwise, we could just return false here. This is so duplicative. This is awful. I don't like this. This is... What is wrong with this? It's an op node. R value of type putter. Wait, what? What is being said here? Oh, wait. Wait. Do I need to... Okay, well that's at least one thing I needed to do regardless. What does this take? This takes a register node. Oh, I need to dynamic cast it. Ah. Okay, let's... I feel sometimes a bit down when it comes to learning technical stuff due to AI hype and stuff. How do you stay motivated? I think that, first of all, I think it is genuinely like scary to some degree. Like, there is like a real risk of it like displacing us, I guess. With that being said, I think the big thing that's been like keeping me motivated is just like, even if generative AI is able to do so much, it still needs someone to, I guess, direct it, right? Like you still need to have a strong foundation to at least figure out what to even do with generative AI. So I think like it doesn't matter how good it is at writing code if like it's writing code for the wrong problem. And that's why like that, and also like it's not particularly great at, I guess, self-directing in a way. So like if you ask ChatGPT just to like fix a problem in your code, it very just like arbitrarily, just like no further specification, it generally tends to struggle with that. Whereas if you tell it to like fix X specific bug, it will do a much better job of that. And I think the skills required to get to that level do just come from like studying technical things in depth, and that's something I don't think generative AI is particularly great at least. Okay, I sense that I'm going to be copy pasting a lot of code here. So we can set left, we can do left and right here. So let's, I guess, we can get rid of that real quick. So if left and right are both immediates, I guess we can just like if not left and not right for now. Alright, let's immediate. Otherwise down here we can I guess tile displacement equals left. If it's left, then it's left, otherwise it's right. And then we can do auto this should be inner add, I guess. I guess that's what we can call it. Yeah, okay. We can do this, I guess. Or we could put this inside this if block. I don't know. This should be static cast to register node star. So if left. Alright, this is getting confusing. Left, immediate. Okay, much better. So if left immediate, then we take op, get right, get else, we take op, get left, get. Wait, what? This exists. I need to. Yeah, let me know if you have any other questions. Greetings from Colombia? That's so cool. It's really cool to hear that people come from pretty much everywhere, actually. It's just like, I don't know, it's just kind of crazy to me still. I don't know. Okay, what am I missing? I need to do if not op or yeah. So check if that's valid. We want to do that stuff. If nested if yeah, I am definitely making a bit of a mess here. I don't really know what to do about it, unfortunately. Wait, so what's wrong here? Oh, I know what's wrong. Whoops. Okay. Okay, so the inner add. And then okay. So if not inner, or I I guess, no, we know this exists. This is static cast. I guess we have a guard clause that necessitates that it exists. So we static cast it, then auto inner add source. Inner add get source. Yeah, we're just gonna keep going. So then we can also just steal this slush and denest it. This also means I think we can get rid of this now. Fairly sure. Yeah, okay. This should be inner add op. Should be inner add source. That needs to be an add. Oh, is this supposed to be a ref or? Where do I? Oh yeah, this is supposed to be a ref. And what the fuck happened here? Oh, right. This was the other stuff I was trying to do. Okay, let's get rid of that. So we want to get that, get left, get. Alright, we need to do dynamic cast stuff. So if either of those are an immediate, then that should fail. Right? Yeah, we've already found the immediate, so these both should be registers, I'm fairly sure. Okay. So we want... Oh boy, okay. So we want... Okay, let's... We kind of just want to do the same thing as above. Register node. Get left or wait. So we want inner add op get left get. This should be right. Should be right as well. Oh, I'm making such a mess. This is great. Okay. So I think here we could inner add left and match that on inner add left. And we can do something. Inner add right. And then we can match on right. So at this point we should inner add left or we should return false. We're doing so many dynamic casts. This is going to be so slow. Okay. Okay, lock in, lock in, lock in. I guess we could rename this to suck less. Or inner reg. This should be inner op. Oh boy. So it should be inner, I guess, left and right. Okay, this should cut down the verbosity a little bit. Inner looks dumb. I should not refactor. I should not refactor. I should just write code. I should just write more code. Oh. Okay. So then we should go back to the header real quick. So we have destination, we have displacement, and then we need index. So index and scale are handled. So then we just need to handle base here, I believe. This also means we don't need this slush either, I believe. Oh wait, where did I go? So we can get rid of that. Okay. So let's do that, and then we can... I'm going to need to comment the hell out of this, I think. So then here we want tile base equals. This should just be inner right, I believe. Okay. Oh wait, this actually cleans up nicely. Last if else, because if you check, both of them are not null pointer. Oh, you're so right. Yeah, good call. I didn't catch that. Thank you. Okay. I guess I could be a menace and get rid of these braces while I'm at it, because this is all this will be. This looks really cursed with an if else, but it is what it is. So then what's the last thing we need to check here? So we've set base, we've set displacement, we set dest. I guess we would just return true down here. Maybe I should draw trees here. Do a little bit of art. So go plus here. Yeah, I'll adjust the indent as I see fit. That's an immediate. And then that gets a slash. So like it's a branch here. We're drawing art here. So this is a reg here. And then, why am I doing this? So this is a, the reg, this is an immediate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's a couple layers. That's good. I'm mostly looking at quant for the most part. Quant and like a little bit of big tech, but yeah. At least for this this current recruiting cycle, I have an internship. For this, I'm not counting that as like a compiler role in air quotes for the purposes of the stream series, just because, well, I enjoy streaming and like it's like kind of nice clickbait low key. But at least for like the next recruiting cycle, I will be looking for full-time roles at least, so that will be great. All right, we're just gonna do some heinous yank stuff, I think. Oh wait. Oh wait, we're gonna need to space all this over anyway. So I'm gonna be a nasty person and use arrow keys for a second. Okay. So now we can Control V, and then we can select like this. And how the hell do I paste that? Oh wait, that just works? That's cool. Okay, so this should be, we should swap those two here. Compiler rules at those companies or just software engineering in general? Compiler rules specifically. Yeah, it's rather small, but I think I can do this. I think I got it in the bag. Yeah, we're gonna take a little bit of time to draw some ASCII art, so I'm happy. Okay, let's copy this over. This is a plus, or that's not a plus, that's a time. Wait, this is a plus sign. I'm doing great. Also, this is on the wrong level, so everything needs to be shifted over by 1. Man, I love drawing trees. Which companies ask for compiler rules except for Google? A lot of the quant firms have C++ compiler positions because low latency trading. Aside from that, NVIDIA has like their CUDA compiler, Apple has their Swift compiler. I think Meta has a bunch of compiler research, but I could be wrong. I think like also Amazon has like their ML compiler stuff, which is interesting to look at. Okay, let's actually just repaste this. There. Jeez, what a mess. So I guess we can, okay, this is correct, I believe. Let me just fix this again. Meta may still be doing their PHP compiler? I guess, yeah, maybe. I think they also do just have like compiler research positions as well. Yes, I'm in the USA. Coco or Lean? That could be interesting, yeah. I think I'm mainly targeting LLVM related stuff just because that's where I have the most experience, and I understand it the most, but it'd also be interesting to work on other projects, I think. Oh, there's a missing wait. No, all these have an extra space. Oh. Okay, that's all, it's uniform. Okay. Let's copy that. We can paste that over here. So this is now a $sign. This is now a %. This language you're making on top of LLVM. Not quite, but it's pretty much, I guess it's an LLVM clone roughly. Most compiler jobs seem to require PhDs. Yeah, that, or at least a lot of the like researchy ones do. I'm getting my master's, so it's like kind of, well, we'll see what I can get at least. A PhD might be ill-advised, I think. All right, let's flip these. Okay, so the bottom stuff looks like it's still fine. This should just be immediate. This should also just be immediate. There's definitely an easier way for me to do this. This was really troll of me to try to do this by hand. Did I hit caps lock? I didn't. Bachelor's and Master's in Computer Science. Oh, I got the spacing wrong. Ah, okay. I'll fix that in a second. This is the worst choice I've made in a while. Why am I doing this right now? Yeah, actually, this kind of works out though. It looks like. Just need to. So then this is a reg here. Yeah, the spacing is off. I'll fix that in a second. There's too many combinations here. This is awful. I've just wasted so much time doing this. This is okay, all good, all good. I'll mess around with that later, some other time. Maybe off stream. Maybe while I'm like trying to avoid paying attention in class or something. Okay. Like, your confidence in the market's been hard looking for embedded positions in Europe. Yeah, that might be. I think just like computer science in Europe is a little bit tough, to be honest. It feels like, at least compared to the US, it's like not as grossly inflated. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like the US is the US is on the inflated side rather than Europe being on the deflated side, at least in my opinion. Let's go, Jax. Okay, how do I want to do this? This does not seem fun. So one of these, oh no. Let's look for the ad first, I think. Yeah, let's look for the ad first. So both of these have to be, oh no. Alright, what do we do here? So we have to like crawl everything like this again, pretty much. This should be left reg. This is left reg, source. This is, God, left op. And then we can figure out this dynamic cast stuff later. So both of these should be op, or at least one of these should be ops. Let's check if it's, or let's delete that actually. So then if this is gonna make such a mess. I really don't like what this is looking like. I'd like to generalize things a little bit better. And it would be so funny if I just wrote a monad for this. For this whole thing. Or for this whole tiling matching thing. I could also just generate a macro. Or generate a macro to match like both ways for the other combinations. Okay. So if this is the add, then oh, we are going to be duplicating code. Do you have hiring rounds? What do you mean by that, at least? I'm not really familiar with that term. That's good, Yash. Good to see you. Oh boy. Mul. Otherwise, the only case we care about is our default. We can return false. We can do something like this. Seasons that companies hire, or is it whenever? It's generally like, usually like there's a big recruiting push around like fall or like late summer, which is like crazy early to start, but like, yeah, that's like the usual cycle. And then there's like a second cycle usually in like winter/spring, but it's like, that one is like a lot. That one's mostly the smaller companies, at least to my knowledge. Yeah. So those are like the big recruiting timelines, at least. Let's go tardigrade. I'm writing a compiler from C to x86-64. Right now, the thing I'm working on is generating LEA instructions in x86-64 to replace potential add and multiply combinations. Let's go, Remy. Good to see you. What am I doing here? Okay, so we have op, and then we have... These should both be op nodes. These should definitely both be op nodes, I believe. Right, wait. Wait, what is happening here? So if the left is not immediate, or if the other one isn't an immediate, then that's either the multiply or it's... Oh no. Okay, wait, this is gonna make a mess. Do you have an example syntax of your language? The source code is just, or the source language is just C. So it's literally just a very limited subset so far. So like in my tests, in the test input, let's look at like call chain for instance. This is just some slot pile of C code. That's like pretty accurate towards the range of things we can do with this. Or like, we also have like function parameters as well. So yeah, that's like the range of the language that I have here at least. Okay, so this is going to be the more complex part, obviously. So we're actually just we're gonna throw this under here. Do you have pointers or is it TBD? I'd like to have pointers. I'm scared at what the implementation is gonna look like, so I'm hesitant to give an answer right now on that, at least. Okay. So down here, implement the defer keyword. Oh. Yeah, I guess I could. I'm trying to keep it as close to C as possible so then I can benchmark against existing C compilers, and then we can get funny benchmarks and funny metrics, and that'd be pretty interesting, at least I think. Okay. So one of these has to be an add-op. That's for sure. Maybe add assert? Yeah, maybe. I think like, yeah, that'd probably be fine. I'd probably need to like just add a couple things to the runtime library, and that wouldn't really change a lot. That's all like front-end stuff, at least. I'm much less interested in front-end work, at least, or compiler front-end work. Golang feature. Oh, like a callback, right? Or wait. I see. Okay, that could be interesting, yeah. But again, I'm trying to keep it like vanilla C++ as much as possible here. Okay, I think there is a place I can deduplicate code, actually. I think this like whole op mess, this like read down to op thing is really redundant. I'd like to avoid that as much as possible. It's looking like I'm gonna have to plant that in a lot of places here. What the hell am I doing here? Left reg. What the fuck? Left immediate. Oh, I copied from there. I see. Don't add VLAs. They're really annoying to implement. That makes sense. Yeah. 30 CS major, 3 internship terms, and have 2 sequences to choose. I see a lot of deleted messages. I'll let you figure that out. Yeah. Do you schedule the stream a day early this time? Yes. I tried doing that this time. I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I might keep doing that. I might not. We'll see what I end up. We'll see what I end up picking, at least. This is left. This is right. So summer internship, then winter internship, summer and fall. I think a summer term, or at least I think like trying to stick to summer terms is probably, at least for me personally, that was something I tried to do because it kept my schedule a little bit more on track with my friends. So like going to classes during the summer just like feels really bad for me at least. So I try to avoid that at least individually as much as possible. Yeah, that's like my immediate inclination at least. Beyond that, I think there's advantages to either. Summer is definitely more competitive, but it also, I think, just like it's like it depends on like how much, I guess, like what you can get away with, I guess, which is kind of a non-answer, but like you kind of just have to like evaluate for yourself what feels the best. I think like they're all equally valid in terms of like job experience or like resume ability, but it really just comes down to like whatever you're willing to what you're willing to deal with at least. Actually, let's invert these casts at least. This way we can cast that once. So if not that and not right reg. Return false. Otherwise, left reg or if we can not either of these. Okay, then we can, I guess, swap these around as well. Or wait. Be left reg, then we get left. Otherwise, we get right. Right? Wait, no. Wait, what am I doing? So let's change this to immediate node. So this should be tile displacement. Should be left reg, then we get right, otherwise we get left. This should be auto inner reg. So this is left reg, then we get reg. Switching day early is all good until you forget you have something and then you say I'll delay and forget to delay. Yeah, I mean, that happens more often than I'd like to admit, but you know, so it goes. Okay. So we want to figure out which of these is the add that we can look at. So we know both are registers, so we can just like regardless have a register crossed off. This is annoying because we need to check so many different things with this case at least. Okay. So we want to get those. If you could only code in one language for the rest of your career, which language would you choose? Probably C++, or no, probably Rust. Rust is just fun to write, honestly. Like, I've been doing my Advent of Code stuff in Rust at least. And it's been very enjoyable. Oy, what am I doing? Caps lock moment. Okay. So we get left and right. Oh no. Or wait, no. We shouldn't just immediate return off of these. I think. Okay, we can do this at least. So we need one of these to be an add at least. If left op, or we can left op. So if left op and the left op, yeah, op. Binary op. This should be add op. What is the precedence again? Alright, let's... Not that this changes anything. Or is it validated after the end? Yeah, okay. So I need to... So I do need to put parentheses on this. Studying this on your own won't get you a job. That is true, yeah. Obviously applying to jobs will get me a job, but to some degree I also need to build my skills to have stuff on the resume. Building this is mostly the big resume project I have. So yeah. Do you ever use using namespace std? I try to avoid it as much as possible. But like in our intro sequence, it's used a lot just because, well, people, it's already like enough to teach people C++. I think it's like reasonable enough to throw in a using namespace std instead of having to explain why std exists. We can just like, whatchamacallit? I'm blanking. We can just like throw a magic line in there and call it a day and make things easier to read. Only thing recruiters care about is degree, internship, work experience, hackathons. I guess maybe, but also like, this also is like literally helping me with like skills related stuff, so I don't like completely flop on the job, at least, is the other big thing. Precedence actually means you don't need prens? Really? Look to you, thank you. Yeah, LeetCode uses std namespace. It's quite annoying, but it is what it is. They don't care about self projects? I disagree. I mean, I feel like the compiler-y stuff I've done in the past has at least had a non-negligible impact on my previous interviews that I've gotten, and failed because I didn't have the knowledge, as a matter of fact. Waste of time? I mean, you can think that, I guess. You could also like leave a comment and like get my engagement up. I wouldn't mind that either. Yeah, y'all don't gotta defend me. Like it's fine. It really doesn't matter. Like the only difference between me doing this on and off stream is just like how consistent I would be. So like it's not, I'm not gonna like stop doing this stuff regardless. Harold, what do you mean by the precedence stuff? Don't need parens for these common disjunction of conjunction. Because at least like looking at the operator precedence, I imagine, or and has higher, or wait. Oh wait, I read it in the wrong. Okay, never mind. Okay, I don't need parentheses there. I read the order wrong. I see. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that makes complete sense. So higher precedence is first, is what I'm getting from this. Okay. Anyways. I guess I want to knot this though. Oh, wait, so... so that, or that. Then I want to invert this condition. So I'd like to... What do I even do to knot this? Okay, the parentheses are coming back. I'm sticking a knot around everything. You'll just have to... you may just have to deal with this, I fear. Oh, that's good skills. Good to see you. Oh wait, I could just throw a knot around everything. What am I doing? So we can knot this. We can then we return false. Okay. Actually, let's pull this out actually. Let's make these booleans. Yeah. That's empty? What? Okay. Yeah, we can just steal this as well. Where am I? Right is add. Surely this will declutter things a little bit. So if left is add, so if left is not add, and not right is add, then we can return false. Okay. Okay, what else do I even throw here? Oh, this is a brain bender. Yeah, it's gonna be really funny when I write all this code and then I'm not even gonna generate a single LEA. It's gonna be really, really funny when that just happens. Okay, then we can like kind of copy this stuff here, I think. We can figure out which one is the add. Or actually no, because they could both be add. And then one of them doesn't match, but the other matches. So you probably have to check both, I think. Okay, we can just throw a return false at the bottom here. We can do if left is add. And then we can do stuff there. If right is add. But if I'm not like reusing these for like a ternary operator, I may as well just paste these in here again. Do we need to deal with a lot of binary operator in this function? Yes. It's just a big mess. So I guess like the instruction that I'm trying to match here is the load effective address instruction. I guess what it does is it computes an address and it saves, instead of, I guess, accessing that address, it saves it in a destination register. Yeah, so the idea here is we can use that to perform a lot of fast addition and multiplication operation combinations, I guess. That's what I want to do with this at least. Yeah. So yeah, I have like a notepad here. There's like a bunch of different combinations. The addressing mode in x86-64 is made up of a base, index, scale, and displacement, and like some combination of them. This is how they're calculated. Scale needs to be a power of 2 up to 8. Displacement is an immediate, so it's just like a constant value. And then base and scale are both, or base and index are both registers. So using that, we can do a bunch of crazy stuff here. These are all the possible things I want to be able to encapsulate with the LEA instruction. Right now, I'm just working on this one here. Because that's like the most broad case here. Why not Linux? Valorant. That is literally the only reason. My laptop runs Arch Linux. I'm very comfortable with Linux. This is running Fedora WSL, but unfortunately, Vanguard does not work on Linux, so I'm stuck using Windows. Everyone that I've talked to about dual booting has told me that's just annoying. It's annoying to do, at least. Best chances are with degree, internship, work experience, hackathon. I'm not really sure about like... I would question hackathons specifically for like systems related roles at least. At least like a lot of hackathons that I see are kind of just like, they're like kind of web devy in nature, and they rely a lot on like, it kind of turns into just like who can leverage generative AI the best, which is like a useful skill to be fair, but I don't particularly think that's what a lot of systems dev recruiters are looking for at least. And like, I think at least this project I can generate some degree of impact, at least just out of like, in terms of like benchmarking against the large production C compilers. And I think that could still let me do get some interesting points out at least. Degree I am working on right now, work experience and internship. That's kind of a catch-22 at least. That's all stuff that I'm working on at least. So if I guess like beyond that, like filler wise, I think this is a solid use of time to like actually get to learn what I'm doing and become a subject matter expert, and B, at minimum have another project to just like throw onto the resume worst case. Because, well, there's only so many compiler things I can do without having a compiler job yet. And I do have like another compiler project on my resume, and that, as a matter of fact, did get me this internship that I'm getting this upcoming summer. So that is direct anecdotal evidence that goes against what you're saying. Okay, so we want to check left if. So if left is add, then we want to check left for immediate, and then check remaining two nodes for multiply, and for, I guess the other one has to be a reg. At this point, we already know they should both be regs, or for reg, I guess. I guess we could just outline it like that. Okay, and then here we do the opposite. The reason why I can't really do a ternary operator here, and just like deduplicate this code is because, or I guess I could make a lambda, huh? That would be how I would deduplicate it. But yeah, if this doesn't match, there's a chance that the other side does match. So I would want to account for that case as well. Which is why I'm, I guess, doing two ifs and not an else if. Okay. So otherwise, we don't have an add, so then it's false. So that that takes care of itself. Holy hell, my room is quite freezing right now. Let's see. What do we do here? So left is an op. So you want to get left and right of that at least. Time to hoodie up? You're so right, actually. It's right here. Yeah, good comms. I forgot clothing exists. How about that? Okay. Hopefully I can get the matches logic done by the end of today. And then if that happens, I guess apply. I can just throw in a unknown real quick, and that will make things a little bit easier. I might just have to like write a test which is just like generating LEAs, which will also be pretty funny. Yeah, let's steal that. Let's just put this in here real quick. Okay, let's... Yeah, I make a list of unique pointer of instruction, assembly. I'll just throw this here. Oh, I can't type. Okay. We'll just to do. I could probably just implement that even. It's really just like one instruction. It shouldn't be that hard. Okay. Let's check left for immediate. Check remaining 2 nodes. How do I even do the logic for this at least? What's good, Mendu? Good to see you. I'm fighting for my life with this giant pile of code here. It's quite ugly. I don't like what's happening here. Yeah, okay. Maybe I could like define a series of macros here, and that could make things interesting. Yeah, that could make this more readable at least. I don't know. We'll figure that out as we go. Or at least as once I refactor this, once I've thrown my whole pile of slop at the wall. With that being said, I do need to copy this stuff at least. Maybe not that, or actually, maybe I do need to copy that. So we have the op node. So this is add. Oh, we don't need to copy that. So we want auto left equals. Or wait. This is gonna be left to left. This is so dumb. I guess we can just. I really want to throw a lambda at this. I don't know. Left, left. What am I doing? Or left, left, immediate. Jesus Christ. Yes, because we actually care about immediate this time. So we can do like this. We can't really do that actually. We just have to copy this down here. This is so messy. Yeah, let's just do it like this. Instead of register node, let's make this immediate node. Same here. I should have definitely just copied a line, but so you have left op. Yeah, okay. Or, yeah. So you get those. These should not be static cast. Wait, these should not be static cast. That was dangerous. That would have been a crazy bug to find, actually. Okay. If we're checking putters, then that should be dynamic cast. Yeah, we should have done something like this, I guess. Oh, I guess we could name this inner. Let's just... yeah. Let's make that less awful. So then... so if not inner left immediate and not inner right immediate, and we can return, or we can, how do we early break out of if statement? Is that even a thing? Can we like early if statement continue C++? Is this a thing? Okay, well, AI overview is not getting me. Go to? Oh, I don't want to use go to though. Go to makes a mess. Two while zero. that might actually be worse, I fear. I quite hate that actually. Okay, let's just... yeah, I know go to for error handling's okay, but like my formatting with like with labels looks really ugly, and instead of trying to fix that, I've decided I should just avoid go to altogether. That's my plan, at least. I guess if I'm like duplicating all of this anyway. Yeah, if I'm like duplicating this, I guess I could just like throw it into a lambda. And then I could, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so if we find something in here, then we should like return true at the end of this. Yeah, we'll just do this, I don't know. Okay, we can check the remaining two nodes for multiply and for reg. I should XOR these. I should definitely XOR these. Or what is the XOR operator? Or it's just single caret? Or do I have to just cast these into something gross? What if I just knot these? Does this have a short circuit? No, that doesn't make sense. Okay, yeah. That is the funny. What am I writing? What actually am I writing with my... What am I doing with my life? This is a crazy line. You know what? I'm keeping this. I'm keeping this for now. We'll just do that. No idea what we're talking about, but I'm excited anyway. Thank you. Let me know if you have any questions about anything, or if there's anything you want me to explain. I can give it my best shot. Okay, so we have to check the remaining two for multiply and reg. So then we can. This is gonna get super nested super quickly. Okay, we can just do like this thing here. But instead of inner left, this is so stupid. What am I doing? This line of code makes me laugh so much. So we're just, it's an XOR, so they just need to not be the same. Or they need to be the... I'm not even gonna try and explain this. It should make sense if you like stare at it enough. What should I learn first? C or C++? Really interested in malware development for cybersecurity as a career. That's a crazy, that's a crazy sentence off the rip. Malware development. That does sound really cool though. I think C provides a good foundation for C++. I think it's really hard to understand what's happening in C++ if you don't really understand what's happening in C, at least. And I think C, like if you want to be good at C++, you probably need to know a decent bit of C anyway. Since C++ is a superset of C, so I'd personally start with C. I don't really have any good resources I can point you to, but I imagine someone else in chat will have a good recommendation. Okay, so we want to check. So we can do, let's auto remaining node equals, so if inner left immediate, then it is, we want a static cast. A static cast to register node star. Thanks. Yeah. Yeah. Let me know if you have any other questions. That isn't a book recommendation, actually, because yeah, I cannot recommend a book because I did not use the book, unfortunately. I have good supplemental resource recommendations, but I don't have like a good comprehensive resource recommendation. C++ dev, learn a bit of C, but you don't need it for serious C++ development. That makes sense. Yeah. I guess. Yeah. C++ is like, I think like writing proper C++ code requires getting into like object-oriented land to some degree, or at least like working with objects, even if not like strictly like into the weeds. Like maybe like as object-oriented as Rust is, at least I think. And Rust is like not object-oriented. Okay, so we want left op, or we want, what am I doing here? So if left is the immediate, we want to get right. So we want to paste that, left op, get left. Oh, this needs wrapping parentheses. Oh, wait, I can't. How do I surround to end parens? Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. What am I doing here? So if this matches, and we need a yeah, we need braces for this anyway, so we can just return. We don't need a return false. We can just skip. If you know more about C++, you understand more not to write object-oriented. That makes sense, yeah. Or like, at least, that makes sense to me. Or at least like, knowing when it's appropriate. Like, all of this stuff here, I like really don't like object-oriented programming, but I feel like inheritance is just the least messy way to handle some of this. For like scalability reasons, at least. But like, I think Rust is a good example of like doing object, or like getting the best of both worlds. Like getting all of the fun stuff out of object-oriented programming without actually doing object-oriented programming. I think that, or at least that makes me really happy. And that's also like part of why I like writing Rust so much compared to like C++. I feel like the more C++ I write, the more slop I write. Like I just keep doing hacky things like this. And it's like what am I doing? Like actually, what am I doing? I don't know, C++, like, it does its best. It definitely does its best. Okay, so we have match scaled index thing here. I was using AI to try to teach and I wasn't getting far. How to do direct syscalls in C? That is that where you're... Oh, I see. So you're starting in... That is a crazy place to start, actually. Starting with syscalls is incredible. Yeah, I would try to like find a book at least and kind of just like walk through it, honestly. Like if you're not like used to just like working through books to learn languages, like it'll suck, but you'll definitely get a lot more out of it. You can also just like fumble through a project. That's kind of what I'm doing here to learn C++, and well, I think it's working quite well. So do as you wish off of that. Oh, I need to set immediate here. Tile immediate or displacement. Yeah, displacement. This should be inner left immediate. Then this is inner left immediate. Otherwise it's inner right immediate. Oh. Okay, cool. Brute force learning by trial and error. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing here. It sometimes works, but like you kind of have to like know at least like what you're looking at, I think. Whereas like if you've never seen like one of those like, I guess like if y'all have had like, if y'all learned like C and like at a university or like in a formal setting, did y'all have those questions on exams where it was like, here's like a really convoluted type or like a really convoluted type declaration in C, and then like say what, like explain what this type is, or like C type quiz questions. This is not what I want, not the BuzzFeed. There's some like really insane stuff. This is not what I care about. Read type polluted type quiz questions. This is not okay. This is really not what I'm looking for. Or it's like reading something like this, and it's like what are we doing? Like like star, char, star. Like in parentheses, star, char, star. Or star, in parentheses, char, star. And then like some other pile of casts. So then you have to like, or if you're like, what's it called? C spiral rule. Or like, yeah, reading through like this. Like if you've like looked at like this code before, and like you've had to like try to understand what is happening here. It's stuff like this, I think, that like, this is like an example of one of those things where like, if you're going into a blind and like you run into something like this, you will have like no idea what is happening. But like if you've like looked at a book, I think that helps a lot with it. Or just like having some sort of preliminary knowledge. And that's what like a book will get you, at least. Yeah. The spiral rule page is like also just a really, really interesting read, by the way. You should look at this if you haven't before. Anyway, what was I doing here? So remaining node. So that. What else do we want to match on? We want to match on. So left is the op. So then we want to look at right reg. Yeah, of course. Where the hell is it? Oh, it's up top. It's right reg. Okay. So if we match on remaining node, and this is, so the other one is right reg. So tile base equals right reg. Oh my god, this is terrible. Okay, so then this should be remaining node. This should be right reg. Holy hell, what am I doing here? How old are you? I am old enough to drink in the US. I will say that much. Yeah, if you watch my other streams, you can probably put together like a more accurate number on my age, but that's probably like a bare minimum. Hate to read function pointer declarations with std function. It makes it so much easier. Yeah. Function pointers are a little bit a mess. But also like you need a lot of function pointers in C, because like it's kind of like, I don't know, I guess like C is just that's how you get around the lack of object-oriented stuff in C, at least. You just use a bunch of function pointers. Or C has like functions in structs, I think, but does it? No, it doesn't. Okay. Yeah, you just like use a lot of function pointers in C, and it just like, it really sucks. And if you're reading C, you kind of just have to get used to it. Unk, true. Crazy up at 3 AM coder, also true. Okay, I think this is all we need in this pile. So now we just copy this over. And we kind of just change some stuff. I know I'm duplicating. Let's put it in a lambda. So we can try. No, this. I'll deal with that later. Let's just go through this. Oh no, that's not what I want to select. Yeah, let's just copy paste this and call it a day. It's true that compiler design covers most problems in computer science. I don't think it's completely exhaustive. I think there is a lot of like interface stuff or interface side stuff that I think compiler design doesn't really cover. Like stuff that falls more into like, I guess what would formerly be known as like human computer interaction. But I think like it has inroads to a lot of the other areas as well. Like at least very directly, it combines like programming languages theory, systems knowledge, like those two directly just in terms of like, I guess, making a compiler with like inputs and outputs. And then generating efficient code and generating code quickly requires like deep like theory or like algorithms knowledge. And then like compilers are like giant code bases. So there's also a lot of like there's a lot of just like software engineering that goes into it as well. And then like everything else you can kind of get inroads to through like domain specific compilers. So like it's like machine learning has like some ties to compilers through like tensor compilers. Now like cybersecurity also has like a bunch of stuff with compilers. There's like a lot of stuff there, but I think what's very little covered is just like the user experience side of things, which I guess makes a lot of sense because like it turns out devs are the people using compilers, so like we don't really care that much, but yeah, I guess that's kind of, I guess compiler design does have a lot of inroads to a lot of topics, but I wouldn't say it's comprehensive with everything. I was trying to think hard of the chat distracting. Yeah, I kind of have to like toggle between like chat mode and like working mode at least. Like I'm either just like locked in on my code, or I'm like taking a bit of a mental break and just reading chat. Is the C++? Yes. I'm using NeoVim in WesTerm, and I'm running WSL Fedora. So yeah, that's like my dev environment stuff pretty much. The plugin for the glowing indent line. Oh, I see. Yeah. It's in editor, I think, in here. Yeah, indent blank line. This one. It's a NeoVim plugin. I imagine there's a Vim equivalent, but you'd have to look into that. Also, if you want to just like straight up lift my dot files, those live on my GitHub, which should be in the description. It should be pinned on my profile. Okay. I think this should be everything to tile. Oh wait. I need a return true here. I can also get rid of the if there. Yeah, okay, so we need to do that. I also need to change the stuff in there. So let's recopy this over. What jobs can I land if I learn C++? There's a lot of stuff, yeah. You can go deep into like systems land with like, I guess like, there's like a lot of different places you can go at least. 10 years McDonald's is crazy, but not even wrong, Loki. I think the biggest appealing place people look in terms of C++ is like quantitative trading, because a lot of their code is written in either C++ or like C#. And a lot of it is like very low latency, very performance optimized. So C++ makes a lot of sense for that. There's a bunch of other code bases that are written in C++ as well. You kind of just have to like look around. Another notable place is game dev, because we love using C++ in games for whatever reason. Yeah, drivers and embedded are also other places. I feel like a lot of drivers are like just straight C though, but I also could just be looking at things on the like literal Linux kernel side. So what do I know? I also see a lot more C than C++ in embedded, but I also haven't looked a lot, so again, don't know. Okay, what am I changing here? Okay, this should be right up. Right up. Right up. This should be right up. So we set displacement, remaining mode, remaining node. This should be left reg. Left reg. This code looks so bad. I really don't like how this is. I don't like how this is structured. Intel and audio section. You can write in C++, I can't use std. Actually, that makes a lot of sense. That's fair enough. I imagine, like, at least like the structure that C allows you to have would make doing things a little bit more convenient than C++. Is Java worth learning now? A lot of code bases are still in Java for what it's worth. So I think it's still pretty fruitful, but the flip side is like, that is definitely a lot closer to the side of being replaceable by like generative AI, I think. Yeah, so that will be a risk you choose to take, I guess. Okay, it looks like I've done all the find replace stuff. Do you ever use Neovim in full screen? Not beyond the terminal, no. I just haven't had a reason to, at least. Own containers and stuff. Ooh. Yeah, I imagine like rebuilding, just building a lot of C++ infrastructure without the standard library is like, that is definitely like a feat in and of itself, and that's just like really cool as well to me. That is quite cool, actually. Over 3 years, and I don't think I can land a job. I think you can. It just comes down to like the requirements in the jobs, at least. You just have to like, you kind of just have to like be a little bit more precise with which jobs you choose to apply to, at least. A lot of templates. That's quite scary, actually. Maybe I should do some template mess at some point. That could be funny. Where are you guys located? I'm currently in Illinois. Okay, let's see if this compiles real quick. And while we wait for this to compile, I'll just throw together a quick test, I guess. A quick test case that we can maybe do something with here. Let's do LEA test. Working on a DVD bouncing logo in OpenGL. I mean, you could make like a bunch of color changes, right? That's like the first thing that comes to mind to me, at least. ML is kind of cool, yeah. That is also like the other really big place that people trend towards right now, I think. You will have to. I guess there's a lot of both Python and like C++ there as well, to be honest, because all of the like Python is the glue, but there's a lot of, I guess, the code that like actually runs things is mostly systemsy in nature. Okay, let's write this test real quick. So let's take what do we give this? Let's go base and then index, I guess, maybe. Just for now, we can do that. Don't study AI, too many people. That's fair, yeah. That is like another, the flip side to that. But that's also just like the trade-off you'd have to make when picking a more mainstream area of computer science, at least. Hate Python? Yeah. I thought it was the greatest thing ever, and then I started like actually writing proper C++ code, and now I once again hate Python. Okay, so let's generate all combinations of this. So we can do 1 plus, or we can do base plus index times 4 as an example, plus 1, 2, 3, I guess. So B, this should be let's do that. Or actually, we have immediates, so we can just use them. We can just use our immediates, yeah. So we can do scale equals 8 int displacement equals, we can just give it like, I don't know, some number. Yeah, Python is a good glue language. Beyond that, I don't think it's particularly interesting. It takes the place that I would say like Bash takes, in my opinion. Okay, what do I do here? So, okay, we can do base plus index times scale plus displacement. Is it worth risking return offer to join compiler team since it's more complex or risky as an intern? If that's something you're interested in, or you think you'll find interesting, I think it's worth it. Obviously, like I'm a little bit biased, but yeah, I personally think it's worth it. I also don't think I think like if you just show that like you have a high propensity to learn, I think that will get you very far. Let's go Fortnite Gamer. I thought the music was quite nice. I liked it a lot. I thought the ambiance was very good. It fits the Nether theme very well, at least. Okay, let's change this around. Let's change this order. Let's do B. Oh, whoops. Okay, we can do that. Let's just do all possible combinations of these. Sweet. So that. We have this plus base plus displacement. And we can swap those orders as well. Do you even sleep, bro? Hell no. I got like 5 hours today, and then I got back from classes, and then like I took a fat nap. So yeah, maybe I should do something about my sleep schedule, but you know, why would I? Another day where Slime Rancher 2 has another major update and breaks the multiplayer. Man, that sucks. Okay. It's another case here, F here. Let's just swap this order. Okay. Kind of stressed? Not really. I guess I'm just kind of locked in. Or maybe like my natural stress levels are just high. I don't know. That might not be good either, I guess, huh? Okay, let's flop these orders here. Let's make a macro, find this, delete word, word times index. Escape, next line 0. Then we can select all these, norm, run the macro. That's swapped them all. Perfect. Every update basically breaks every mod. That seems quite annoying. I'm not really that sounds awful actually. Okay, so we have the 12 cases. I think that's what why do I have ×2 here? What am I missing for the order? Six times no? I'm just wrong here. I did this math wrong. Should just be 12. Did I do the math correctly? I don't think it really matters, honestly. Can you create a tutorial for setting NeoVim in Windows? I guess I could, yeah, but it's literally just like install WSL and like, yeah, that's install WSL with like Fedora or like Ubuntu, and then like run NeoVim or like install NeoVim through like whatever package manager, and then like that's like literally it. Yeah, these variable names do not particularly matter. I just want them to like store things, so I can make a mess out of the code. Yeah, we'll just return 0 actually. OSs are bloat. Yeah, I guess that's why I'm an Arch enjoyer. So. Basically got to reverse engineer and read the IL2C+ code, CPP code that is slightly obfuscated. Yeah, that does not sound like a fun time. I imagine like anything that just like any form of like deobfuscated code or like decompiled code is just awful to read. Because like the big thing is you don't have variable names, so you kind of just have to like piece everything together by hand. Okay, this should be enough to match our first pile of LEA stuff, I think. Let's... Oh, I forgot to implement some things, actually, I just realized. I actually just forgot to implement one thing, which is... okay, let's close out of this real quick. I forgot to implement the match scaled index thing. So this goes way down here. And this will also, this should also end up setting, it should end up setting the index and the scale as well. So that will solve the remaining two things that we're missing. And then we can generate code and it'll be great. Want to learn something like this at C++? What do you mean? Or I guess like I'm just not, I might just be like fried right now. Okay. Okay, so we have to do this whole op dance thing. Use Vim instead? Yeah, that is one thing you could do. I like NeoVim because I prefer writing Lua instead of Vim script, but it's all up to you. I'm from the law, can I transition to CS? Of course, yeah. If you're doing a bunch of law stuff, I imagine there's a lot of like, or at least like the biggest value out of that is just like the learning. So, or like just the propensity to learn. So like, yeah, exactly. Like if you're able to just like self-study like C stuff and OS stuff, I think you definitely can transition into CS. You just have to like The hard part is just getting the experience, at least, but you should be able to do it. NeoVim's too complicated for a first timer. I jumped into NeoVim without Vim, so at least in my opinion, I thought it was fine. I'd argue like learning Lua is a little bit less annoying than learning Vim script because you can at least reuse Lua for other projects as well. C-Line, yeah, C-Line's based actually. I used to not like JetBrains products, and then I used one, and now I'm a pretty big fan actually. Using the NeoVim distro is okay. Well, keep in mind I also just did not use a NeoVim distro. I just went straight in, and like followed the Primogen's like 0 to LSB tutorial, and I thought that was fine. So, I don't know. It's just kind of like up to what type of person you are, I guess. This is stupid. We already know it's a register node. Okay, so we want to check if it has source. Grades are coming out. Holy hell, 1 second. Oh, I have homework due at midnight today. Oh, I just realized. Okay, surely this is fine. This is fine. No worries. Surely this is fine. Let me check my grades real quick. Okay, everything's still good. All good. Don't even worry about it. What project can I do as a beginner? It's I guess like, how much of a beginner are you? Like, do you have like any programming experience before, or like are you just a beginner to the language? I imagine you're talking about C at least. Yeah, I think anything you say about Vim can also be applied to NeoVim, to be honest. Like you can just steal someone's dot files and call it a day, in the same way you can for Vim. Hell, just steal my dot files. That'd be a good place to start, honestly. Okay. So source. This should just be op. So then, if not op, then return false. Or so if not op, then return false, and then if this should not, if this does not equal a multiply, then we return false. So middle end mir binary op mul. And we return false. I don't know why I did braces. Can I be hired? Will the HR not ask about law background? I think it depends on what you put on your resume. Like if you emphasize your law stuff a lot, I think they will ask about it. Even if you don't, I think they'll ask about it a little, just because like it's kind of interesting, at least. I think the bigger hurdle is just like getting past resume screening. So like since companies have so many applicants, they have to like, it's like impossible for them to just like manually review every resume by hand. So they have like automated systems that like, I guess, parse your resume, and then like it generates like a score for your resume. And like if it's below a certain threshold, I think you get like auto rejected. So I think like getting past that will be the hard part. You will just need to do a lot of personal projects, I think. Or do like open source work. Those are like really good places to, I guess, get resume content. Should I get a certification? That could probably help, but I don't think it's strictly necessary, at least. Then plugins are the problem. I think the next release of NeoVim is supposed to have a native built-in package manager or plugin manager. Okay, let's finish this up real quick. I'm getting myself sidetracked. So this needs to be a multiply. One of the operands needs to be, one of them needs to be an immediate, and it needs to be the correct size. The other one needs to be a register. Let's check for a register real quick. So auto op left is, so we should paste that. This should be register node. This is op left. Yes, left reg. Or I need to get here. This should be right reg. This should be get right. Like the Counter-Strike player, get right. I have brain damage. Okay. So if left, right, so if not XOR them. So we're gonna write the really ugly code now. So if not XOR, so left reg, so if not left reg, or wait, if they're the same, so not just casts to bool. So we can just do that. Turn. Yeah, we can return false. This is to do what? We're just gonna add that again. Yeah, I'll check this one real quick. Yeah, I could name it like that, but I don't particularly care. So, or like, I don't particularly care about like the I don't particularly care about the variable names there, at least. Like, I think at a glance it's pretty easy to tell what the code is supposed to do, so like, it's not like that big of a concern. It's all like a test at the end of the day. So, yeah, that's my take at least. Yeah, this, I think your degree shouldn't matter if you're good. That is true, but inevitably I think like, that is something that companies do just look for at least. Someone nearby got an ML role at the age of 40 and he was in banking for 15 years. It's like this, I think this is an industry where like, it's very easy to like, it's very easy to, I guess, like pivot at least. So I think like, or like it's easy to pivot to the industry. So I think like, it is very much possible. Like, you don't really need to like compare to other people. Just like bottom line, like you definitely can. You can definitely make it. I'll say that much at least. Okay, so let's compare these. Okay, so then we can just do reg equals left if left reg, then so if it's left reg, then we can do left reg, otherwise right reg. Recurs are dumb, they don't know the difference between a lot of things. I think that's like, this is like partially true. I think like there's a lot of like it is true that a recruiter will look at your resume, but also like a lot of companies have like, I guess, like at the interview stage, if you're given an interview that isn't just like a leak code, if it's not just like a leak code interview, or even just like even if it's just like a resume screen interview, you'll have like, you will be asked about stuff on your resume, and if you lie a lot, you will look like a fool. So I think it's fair to like, I guess, quote unquote, market yourself, or like, quote unquote, stretch the truth. But like, you're not like technically lying, at least. Like if you put something on your resume, as long as you can like explain it, I think that is a sufficient bar to pass. Can you compile the language of love in other girls for me? That one is a little bit, that one I might not be able to help with, I fear. You will just have to, you might have to figure that one out on your own, unfortunately. Alright, let's, no, this should be base, it should be scale, if left reg, or Rusha dynamic cast. Dynamic cast to immediate node star. So if left reg, then up get right. Otherwise up get left. Okay. Yeah, at the end of the day, like, a resume is just a piece of paper that, like, it's a piece of paper that, like, markets yourself. It's up to you, like, you're free to, like, put whatever you want on it, but you're asserting that these are true things about yourself. So, like, if you could, like, interpret something that is true to be something else, then, like, by all means, go for it. But, like, or if you don't think, like, or if they're not gonna, like, press you on it, then, like, go for it. But, again, like, if, just, like, be ready for them to ask you about it, if it occurs, at least. That, I guess, that is the extent of resume advice I will give in regards to this topic. Like, even, like I think it's very fair. Like my past internship, the job description is technically like technology analyst. It was like pretty much a software internship. So I called it a software engineering internship, and I think that's quite valid. You could be more egregious with it. You could not. It's up to you how much you want to be honest. Should you fix a Linux kernel bug and Linus Torvalds hires you? Yeah, that'd be cool. Unfortunately, I fear he might not be hiring right now. Okay, let's just do that, and then, all right, why am I doing continue? Return false. He hires, oh, bet. Oh, wait, sign me up then. Can I get an internship with no related degree? It's definitely possible. But it will be a lot more uphill than if you had like a math or a CS or like data science related degree. Okay, we need to check scale. Or scale get value. Oh, I can't write. Okay, those are all the cases we care about here. I think this is
this is the rest of the stuff we need to do. Just break here. Autos, I think autos are good, honestly. I don't want to have to write the putter types all the time. There's also a lot of like code quality reasons, I think, to use auto. Like it prevents you from having like undefined or like uninitialized variables, at least, for instance. It also like makes your code a little bit more decoupled from like the types that you use, at least. Favorite dynamically typed language. True. It's strongly dynamically typed, I guess. Do you think certifications are a must in a resume? I don't think they're a must, but if you have them, I think they help. Your compiler looks 20 times better than mine. I doubt that. There's a lot of messy code. The code I'm writing right now actually is very messy. I would hesitate to call it better in any capacity. Change NetID password? Hell no. I'm not changing that. Okay. There's probably a better way to do this. Do you use AI for anything? Yes, I use it for explaining stuff. Or like some debugging, at least. Prefer to state the type because it's easier to visualize the variables. I think that's fair, yeah. It's all stylistic. And like just like any other choice you make while writing code, there's always going to be a trade-off somewhere. It's up to you as to where you like the trade-offs and I guess like which ones you're willing to accept, at least. Okay, so at this point, we know scale is correct. So we can turn true. We should also set scale and base real quick. So let's set tile index to, or no, not index. Wait, this is not base. This should be index. What the hell? Tile index equals index. So it should be scale, 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 scale. Okay, cool. The only other thing I want to check real quick is that we set everything in every path, at least here. So in here we set displacement, we set the inner two, so we call match scaled index, and then we set base. Yep, so that calls all in here. Then down here, we have to find displacement in both of these, and then we set base in both of these. So we do cover all possible paths, I guess. Which country are you from? And yeah, which country are you from? I'm from the US. EndeavorOS. Yeah, that's very fair. I imagine you'd enjoy Arch as well. Just like another layer, another layer that you can remove and customize yourself. I use Arch on my laptop and I've enjoyed it a lot. Working on C++ compiler because GCC is being slow with finishing C++ 23 features. That's crazy, actually. Yeah. I have not thought about modules actually, or for build systems. That's crazy work. Yeah, I think it's really interesting to look at standards catch up. So like C++ 23 support. Yeah, so NVCC said no. Microsoft is very bad at following through with this. There's just a lot of red all over the place. It's just, yeah. It's never fun. I think Apple Clang is also missing some, even like some C++ 17 features still, which is kind of crazy to think about. I don't know about modules. I don't know about them either. So I low-key also need an explainer. But real quick, this should build now, surely. Let's see if it builds. It looks like it builds. That's good. Let's run debug panic, or debug bin panic. Give it LEA, and then let's dump mir. Yeah, this looks like it does what I want it to. It preserves the registers where we have registers. This all looks correct, roughly. It folds in the constants where we have constants. Yeah, okay, that looks reasonable. So let's just see what this vomits out. So we don't have any unknowns, so we're not matching these. That's not good. Let's look at the trees that we generate. Yeah, we always have this here, always. Okay. Let's rebuild with tree printing real quick. Python libraries in C++. Interesting. I guess that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. I guess that could be an interesting feature, but this also just adds another layer of paint onto the whatchamacallit? Yeah. The C++ being like 30 languages in a trench coat experience. Okay, this should be correct. I'm fairly sure. Yeah, this looks like it should be correct. Why isn't it tiling these? Did you implement your own SSA? Yes. I spent like 3 weeks doing that. that was not fun. Or I guess it was enjoyable, but it was a lot of headache in the moment. Right, so we add, and add. This looks like it should be correct. I'm not sure why this is not correct. It's on the front end, so it's a long ways. Yeah. For what it's worth, I think the big SSA book helps a lot. Rastello. This book. This book here, it has a bunch of pseudocode. It helped a lot with implementing SSA construction, at least for me. And also like, there's a bunch of different like dominance frontier algorithms. You could like deal with those as you see fit. Pick the one that makes sense for you, at least. Okay, so why doesn't this tile? This should tile. Aren't there ways to disable optimizations? Yes. But also, like, if they're there, you may as well use them. I feel like. It's really funny just like trying to get a variable in like trying to get a variable value in like the debugger and then seeing like variable optimized away, and it's like, okay. It's pretty funny. Okay, I should probably add some prints here. Or maybe like... Or I guess all of these should match this at least. Alright, let's set a breakpoint here. Launch last is not the right thing I wanted to launch. Slash program. Let's give it LEA. Yeah, okay. What the hell? Oh, this is still a breakpoint? Okay, there we go. Using libraries instead of writing code needs more optimizations. I guess not necessarily. I guess like I think what I don't know how to pronounce your username. I'm gonna call you H. I think what H is trying to say is that like optimizations kind of, or it's like without optimizations, C code is kind of one-to-one between what you write and like what the system outputs. Whereas like if you have optimizations, like sure it runs faster, but it's not really like what you see is what you get, I guess. Are you applying specifically to compiler jobs? Yeah, they are quite niche, but I should be fine at least. I have an internship for this upcoming summer. Once I get to full-time, recruiting for full-time, we'll see what happens from there. Okay, what does this escape on? Okay, so it gets through this. Okay. Oh wait, that's where it was breaking? Or where it's exiting? Okay, let's see where it's not matching again. Okay, wait, let's just send it all the way. Okay. Oh, I need to reset my harpoon setup. Back end, let's go to tree tiling again. Yeah, okay. Let's run that again. Let's try that again. We do not need a breakpoint there. Took me a year after graduating to get a job in this market. Yeah, it's rough out there, but my thought process is if I become cracked enough, I will, or at least it will not be as difficult. Okay, so inner op. This should be addition, I think. Oh wait, this could be a multiply. Is that what's happening? No, okay, so that is an add. So dynamic cast those. Those should both be registers. Okay. Match scaled index inner left. Match scaled inner right. Oh, so it's not matching those. Okay. I have seen all I need here. Let's do that. 190% of people. I mean, we'll have to see what we're gonna have to see how I can like. We're gonna see how I can market it at least. My parser is not particularly interesting because it's just a very narrow subset. I don't really do types properly is the big problem. So that might not be very useful, but at least the operator precedence stuff could be a little bit interesting to look at. Beyond that, I don't think there's anything really interesting. It's all just a parser generator. Okay, can we like exit this? Hello? Okay, cool. Okay, where am I? So something is wrong in this match thing. Cursor descent manually, I see. Yeah, I've never cared a lot about parsing. It's just not particularly interesting to me, at least. So, I've just been in parser generator land, and it's been serviceable, in my opinion. Okay, let's step through this. Up. So that's add. That's good. That better be good. Okay, that's good. So then we set tile displacement, that's fine. So we set the other one, which is good. Inner edge is good. That exists. Inner op. Wait, where am I? Oh, I set the breakpoint at the same place. God damn it. Okay, let's go down here real quick. Let's drop down. Yeah, let's run until here. Okay. Okay, let's step into this. So we have add op. Oh, wait. Okay, that's sure. Fine. Another add op. When will we get a multiply? Is this just all... Oh, wait. Am I giving it the wrong register? Wait. Wait. Remaining node is correct, left reg is correct. Ah. Yeah, I don't know, let's just keep stepping through this until... I guess, let's set a breakpoint here. Is there even an instance where that breakpoint fires? Let's just F1. No! Okay. So it's all looking at addition ops for some reason. If we look at the output, we have multiplies. So that shouldn't be happening. And how is Illinois? Thinking doing a summer program at Northwestern for physics, but there's so many other options. I think it's great in the summer at least. It's like, temperature wise, I think like, it's definitely been heating up, but it sure as hell beats being in any place that's like really, really hot. Northwestern specifically, I guess I can dox myself. It's on my resume. Yeah, so I do go to Northwestern. The campus is quite nice. Just having the Lakeville is also very relaxing. I go on walks there a lot, at least. So take from that what you will, at least. I would say it's at least something worth. It's something worth looking at. Yeah, I'm also from Seattle, so I think it's like pretty fine at least. You won't be getting temperatures above like 110, at least. So yeah. Yeah, it is super not private. I just prefer to avoid bringing attention to it in general. Yeah, okay. So we're always getting addition ops for some reason. Yeah, there's been places that I've been to that hit like 110 in the summer, and it's like, ew. Ew. Ooh. Okay, so all of these are adds for some reason. Yeah, Fahrenheit. Celsius would be insane. Celsius would be very insane. Oh, did I do this wrong? Yeah, this should be an XOR. So we can just do that. Yeah, what am I doing? Yeah, we'll just do that. I think that might be what's causing this issue. Or at least part of what's causing it. Okay, I guess not. Okay, so then let's try running that again. We don't hit the breakpoint ever. Okay. So this checks if they're not the same. I guess we could just XOR here, huh? Yeah. Okay, let's keep trying this. This is not giving us what we want. Okay, let's reduce the scope of our test real quick. Let's look for LEA. Let's just comment that out. What does this do? Ever tried Emacs? No, but I know of multiple people that do use Emacs. I don't know, it's just never really appealed to me, at least. Okay, let's just set a breakpoint here again. Let's try this again. This generates one tile, right? Yeah, one substantive tile. Okay. So we get here. Yeah, Emacs has got a lot of great programs. It's a shame it didn't ship with a good text editor. Okay, so we get the source. This is, so we're looking at the for here now. So this should be an add. So this should be an add op. Yep, that's correct. Left reg should be 3 and the right should be an immediate, it looks like. So this should be a null pointer. Yep, okay. That's good. So we should go into here. Yep. So then, yep, so then right is the immediate. Yep, that's good. Perfect. So then this should still be left reg, that's good. Yep, this takes inner reg, get source, that's good. Okay, so inner op is add, this is good. We should go through this. Inner left is not a register. Inner left is register, inner right is register. Is that expected? Yeah, so that's add. So we have reg 0 and then we have reg 2 here. So, oh, I hit caps lock, whoops. Okay, so this should be true. So those are both registers. I could probably invert that condition, but it's fine. Okay. So match scaled index inner left. We should step into this. So left here is 0. So this should just return false here. That's not returning false. Oh, I know what's wrong. I found it. Okay, let's send it real quick. Yeah, I forgot to change this when I copy pasted. So this should work now, surely. Let's keep going. Okay, we generate an unknown. That's really good. That's really, really good. Let's uncomment that. Let's run it again. We don't match some of these. Interesting. We should match all of them. That one's an unknown. That one's good. That one's good. So the first is good, third is good. Fifth, sixth, seventh are good. Ha, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 is good, 11 is good, and 12 is good. 5. Okay, so these are the ones that aren't working for some reason. And they are the analogs of each other. I guess that makes a lot of sense. Let's figure out why. Yeah, I might be a little brain rotted. It's a wonder I'm still here. Okay, what do we do here? What do we do with this? For now, I'm just gonna move these to the top. And then we'll add a new line. Let's comment these out. We can step through this as well, once again. Okay, let's unbreakpoint there. Yeah. I think that's all we need breakpoint wise. So I think we already built it, but just in case. Let's rebuild it. Okay. So this launched last. So let's have this up as well. Okay. So we can skip through the immediate add stuff here. Left and right are both registers, so that makes things more annoying here, so that's good. Okay. So we should skip that block. Okay, perfect. Left reg source, right reg source. Oh, wait, what? Why does this return false? Yeah, these could just be straight register, so that is causing that's causing this to not do what I want it to. Okay. Okay, so where was this broken code? It was up here. Okay. Okay. So we should get rid of these checks real quick. But we still need them to be here, at least. So we need to be a little bit more interested. We need to be a little bit more assiduous about this, I think. So we can do left reg source. If this is a thing, then we can do that. Otherwise, we can null putter that. This should resolve everything, I think. Yeah, let's try this out. If this seg faults, it'll be really funny. Okay, well it generates correctly now, which is good. Okay, so let's undo everything here that I did. And uncomment everything. I don't know why I did make again. Okay, this all generates LEAs. So that's really good. I really do need to do my homework though. So I think I will push off finishing this implementation for next time. Let's make This should fail tests to some degree, right? Oh, actually no, this is fine. Because I haven't generated test output for this yet, so it just skips all of it. Yeah, okay. So let's commit some stuff real quick. Commit basic straightforward. What time is it in America? It is 10:30 right now, roughly. My homework is due at midnight, so I've got 1.5 hours. Let's see, what else do I need to add? Let's add this stuff. What do I do here? Start LEA BISD tile matching. Okay. Yeah, so much code committed. What? Okay. Sure. Okay, that's all cleaned up. This last thing here is just like the debug output. I'm just gonna leave that uncommitted. We'll just call that a day. Yeah, so I should do my homework now. Thank you all so much for showing up today. If you haven't already, make sure you sub to the channel and like to the stream if you, yeah, sub to the channel, like the stream if you enjoyed it. If you didn't like it, feel free to dislike it. That's fair. While you're down there, make sure you join the Discord. The link is should be in the description. It's the best place to get pinged when I go live and chat with the broader community. Everyone is really chill and everyone's quite smart actually. It's a really great place to learn a lot. We're doing Advent of Code this December, so we have a private leaderboard. The code to join that is in the Discord as well. Yeah, also in the description is my GitHub and my LinkedIn, so feel free to add me on those if you want to stay up to date with what I'm doing. Yeah, that's about it. Take care, y'all. Take it easy, and have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are.